Okay, in this video here, we are going to learn about um, cross multiplication, solving proportion by cross multiplication. Okay, suppose you have this proportion here set up. The letter A over 88 equals 1 over 11. Okay, so let's try that. Okay, so cross multiplication or the butterfly method. So okay, identify my letter or the variable, and I'm going to cross multiplication is this times this should be equal to 1 times 88. So I write first. Okay, so A times 11, so it is A times 11 is equal to 1 times 88. I write the part that contains my letter first. I write it and I put it on the left side. A times 11 in algebra is written 11a. Okay, 11a. You don't write A11, you write 11a is equal to 88. See that? Now that's the first step. Second step is, you remember, a number times 11 gives 88. What is that number? How do we get it? We divide both sides by the 11. Okay, so the number multiplying your variable is called what? Your coefficient. Keep that in mind. Coefficient. Okay, and then finally we say A equals 8. So keep that in mind and follow the steps. So what is cross multiplication or the butterfly method? Okay, this, you cross it over here. So this times this, and I do the part containing my letter or variable first, and I put it on the left, and then it's equal to that. Okay, so try it. Let's do another one. Another one, we have 45 divided by the variable g is equal to 5. Or sometimes you can figure these things in your head, but just to teach you the concept of cross multiplication, okay, let's just follow the method. Okay. Whenever you have a whole number by itself, always make it over 1. So the left and right side will be under the same format, right? 45 over g equals a whole number 5, but I'll make it 5 over 1. Okay. Say, what do? I'm going to cross multiply and write the part that contains my variable first. See, my variable is right here. So this times this, and I write it here, 5g. I write that first, and then I do this is equal to 45 times 1. Okay, so 5g equals 45. We've got our first step done. And then what do? To find our variable g, we divide both sides by what? By the coefficient. The coefficient is what? 5, right? 45 over 5. And we say g equals 9. Okay, I know you can figure some of these in your head, but I want you're in pre-algebra now, so I need you to follow the steps of solving these equations. What about this one right here? Okay, you may not be able to figure it out in your head that fast. That's why it's important you follow the steps I'm teaching you. Okay, where's our variable? First, identify where the variable is or where that letter is. Where is it? It's here, right? It's here. Okay, so it goes like this. I'm going to do that part first. Wherever my letter is, I'm going to do that first. Here, and I write it down. 8.8v is equal to what? It's equal to 11 times 6.4. Doesn't matter, I can write 6.4 times 11, either way. Okay. And then what do? You need to find your v. So what do? You divide both sides by what? A number times 8.8 gives you 11 times 6.4. What is that number? Okay. So we divide both sides by what? By the coefficient. Okay, I leave that for you to do. Okay, let's do this type over here. Okay, so whenever you have, see on the where's your variable? Right here. Okay, whenever you have 3 over 5 a, see this a here in the middle? It is always rewrite it. It is 3a over 5. Always rewrite it. So we're going to rewrite it 3a over 5 equals 9. What did I tell you? If you have just a whole number, make it over 1. Okay? So keep in mind what I told you here. You have 3 over 5a, the same as 3a over 5. If you have 2 over 3k, rewrite it. This is 2k over 3. Okay? That's an example. Okay? What do I do? Where is my letter? Where is my variable? Right here? Where is it? It's right here. I'm going to do that first. 3a times 1. Any number times 1 is a number itself. So it's 3a. I write that first on the left. Got it done? Then I come over here and I write it should be equal to what? 5 times 9. So we have 3a equals 45. How do we find that variable a? A number is multiplying our variable. How do we find it? We find it by reversing the division. Divide both sides by the coefficient of the variable. And this coefficient is 3. So we say a equals 15. Solve. And finally, okay, look at this one. Okay, 8 equals 4 over 3r. What did I tell you? So make it over 1. So you said 8 over 1 is equal to, and I say always rewrite it. It is 4r over 3. It's the same thing. So you see that? Okay. We've rewritten it. And I say do which part first? Okay. All right. Which wing of the butterfly? The wing that contains our variable. We do that first and put it on the left. 4r times 1 is 4r. What is next? It should be equal to 8 times 3, 24. So we have an equation. We need to find our variable r. A number 4 is multiplying. How do we find it? By reversing the multiplication. We divide both sides by the coefficient of our variable, 24 over 4. And we say r is equal to what? 6. So, okay, that ends this video. And you go over what I just did. Make sure you have the same answers. And here, additional exercises, IXL. Go and practice until you master it. It's also here, 7th grade. And it's also here, 8th grade. Okay? All right. Keep on practicing, and all things being equal, you shall what? You shall bloom. See you in the next class.